some don't.
Which one?
They do say at least it makes up for the last movie. But again, it's a Terminator movie, and there's a lot of, with the Terminator movies, there's a lot of confusion with the timelines. Mm-hmm. The funny thing is they actually got Matt Smith, who was Doctor Who 11, to be in this movie. So it's kind of ironic that the king of the timeline jumping around is in this movie.
It makes
Doctor
sense.
Who.
I've heard people that really loved it and people that really didn't like it.
Yeah.
Them switching up the timelines, and essentially what they've done is they've created a new canon in the same vein that Star Trek has done. I was kind of like when I heard that it was going to be PG-13 because the classic Terminator that I grew up with, there were the first scene, the iconic scene where Schwarzenegger walks into the police station and proceeds to just blast a whole host of like cops. That tripped me out as a kid, and I feel that they're kind of like watering it down with this new timeline. They're like setting up to where you can bring the kids, and I have to see it first, of course, before I settle on a judgment. But I don't know. I feel that they can go with it.
I mean, it's a summer flick. Don't expect like groundbreaking, dramatic performances and crazy acting. It's supposed to be action and like distraction, all right? And yeah, like I think that I hear a lot of people complaining, "Oh, it wasn't gripping." I'm like, dude, it's an action flick, like.
Yeah, gripping, I don't know. It's just, I think for the time when Cameron came up with the original idea of Terminator, it hadn't been done before.
Oh, of course. No, I'm not doubting the yes, but I'm saying like this film, this installment, like right now with everything that's coming out, people are all like, "Oh, it doesn't compare." Like, shut up. Just go see it. Have fun.
It's supposed to be fun, but it's a very familiar idea that by now you have a whole generation of people that are into Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You have a generation of people that grew up on the old movies. So I think them trying to, in a sense, reinvent the wheel with this new one at the PG-13 as its rating, I'm just kind of like, you're setting yourself up for a really hard haul with that one. So it looks interesting. I feel like the trailer's kind of spoiled more than what should have been shown. I'm not going to even reference what happens in the trailer, but yeah, those of us who've seen it know. So it could be good. I will come back and let you guys know after I see it this week.
But Constantine, are they still trying to make Schwarzenegger a hero in this one instead of the villain?
Yeah.
That's a little troubling for me.
Days of the villains are over. That's why when they did the second one, he was a hero because he was considering running for political office.
Oh, okay.
So, since then, he's just stayed on the hero side. You got it coming out also on Friday, the Minions movie. That should be
It better be good, because, they pushed that out, months and months and months ago. Minions coming. Dunkin' Donuts and all these different, different things they got going on to market it.
Also coming out that day is this movie called The Gallows. It's a horror film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You haven't too much on horror on this show. And The Gallows is about these high school kids who they resurrect a failed stage production which was done 20 years earlier, and there was an accident, and one of the students died. So when they try to resurrect it, the title tells you, The Gallows. It's not something good.
Isn't that that's a theater legend anyway? That's why you say break a leg. What is it? Macbeth? Break a leg. You're not supposed to do the play Macbeth because someone always dies in it.
I think I know which one you're referencing. That's that old urban legend where you see the
but I'm saying, isn't that pretty much what they're doing?
Yeah,
it's
just
a play off of that.
With like the Jason Voorhees
play and someone dies doing the play.
Right, with the Jason Voorhees spin. But my only thing about that is it looks interesting. But when they saw the trailer, it was like Freddy Krueger had his knives, Jason Voorhees has his machete, whoever the main villain is in this movie has his noose. Mm-hmm. I'm watching, I'm like, that's cool and all, but I'm like, that's a pretty impractical means of killing somebody. Unless you're like 8 feet tall and super strong, you have to sit up there, somehow settle the noose around the person, lift them up, and then throw them over something so they can choke to death. I'm like, how do you do that and then still, one, get away, two, make sure the person's dead? And I don't know.
It's just a noose, right?
It's a noose that
if you've ever seen The Phantom of the Opera, the Phantom uses a noose to kill his people. And that's the whole song about keep your hand at the level of your eyes to protect it so that it doesn't go around your throat. when they put it around you, and he just stands behind you and he tightens it until you choke to death. It's not a, like, have to hang you type of thing. You choke somebody with the noose. So you know how you tighten it? That's how you could do it. There's a lot of ways you could kill someone with a noose, dude. I play too many video games.
Seems a little geeky to me, but I'll let it. Like I said, I'm gonna go see it just because I want to see how that whole thing works out.
But you forgot to mention Pixar's Inside Out that came out.
Well, that came out already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about things that came out. Terminator came out. Inside Out.
I did an article on that thing. That was like Pixar saying it's original, and I'm like, that's a load of bunk.
That was a TV show.
Yeah, thank you. Herman's Head. Fox did that in the 90s.
Yep.
Exact same thing. And there's a Disney. There you go. Of course, Disney. Original. Yeah.
Wait. Did Disney have anything to do with Herman's Head too?
Ant-Man.
Not to my knowledge. I remember Herman's Head.
Constantine, does Disney own Herman's Head?
No, Fox.
Fox owns it.
Fox isn't stupid. They're going to do the same thing Warner Brothers did when Sony came out with Little Man, that Wayans movie. That total ripoff of a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Right.
And Warner Brothers just said, okay, good. How much money did you make? Bam, suing, because you ripped us off. Watch Fox do the same thing for this. Because
they should.
Herman's Head ran for 2-3 years. It wasn't a one-shot thing. And if you look at the YouTube, they got Herman's Head on YouTube. You'll see it. I put the intro on our site. There's 5 emotions, 5 people and characters. One guy is lust. The other one's intelligence. The other one's anxiety. It's the same thing. Who are they? Both Pixar and Disney trying to, people just have short-term memories, and then they forget it's a jerk like me who doesn't, and we just out them out. But we'll have to wait to see if Fox turns around and sues them.
I don't know. I feel like that idea is probably already public domain by now. I mean, even Osmosis Jones hints to that too, with the idea of the brain control. The idea of like the brain being the control center. They don't focus on it, but you do get the sense of like seeing through the inside of the person's head.
It's a familiar concept.
Yeah, so I don't think that Pixar was trying to do something with that concept as being original. I think the storyline and the plot and what happens through it, the connection of the characters, how real the girl was what was different.
Well, that would be the defense. That would be their legal defense, not to get sued.
Yeah, but they said when I saw original, he said original. That's libel. That's not true. They got him right then and there.
I know, but all I'm saying is like you're biased. You stopped right there. Oh, this idea isn't original. And I'm like, well, what do you feel about the game, the show itself though? Like, did you think it was a good movie, or you know what I mean? Like overall, like you kind of stopped. You were like, oh, this isn't original. This isn't unique. And then you didn't go on. And it was just like, I'm going to
watch it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Have you seen it?
You already turned me off by lying to me saying it's original. It's not.
That's what I'm saying. Did you see it?
I sat there years ago and everyone's, you guys see
But I'm just asking if you saw it already.
I'm like, this is freaking Hamlet.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I am going to... I got the same reaction that Constantine had when I first saw it. I was upset because I didn't even watch Herman's Head, but I do remember the promos, and I thought it was brilliant at the time. And when I first saw that, I was pissed. I hate when they pretend something's original.
Thank you very much.
But
I got to see your bias.
But I will
you're
check it out. I am going to check it out.
Got 2 minutes. 1 minute. July 17, Ant-Man.
Yes, I'm going.
And then
you hate it, right, D? You don't like it already,
Pixels
right?
is going to be good. You hear about Pixels?
Pixels is going to be good?
Pixels rehashed already, too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So that...
A group of 80s video game characters attacking New York City. And
that's already... I feel like...
it is. It was a small film.
But you said that's going to be good, and Inside Out wasn't? Because it's Disney.
No.
I'm sorry. I had to. You set yourself up for that one. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
No, I mean, come on.
I was trying to get through the list and went.
I know. Come on, listen.
Go through it.
We gotta find Dean's happy place, dude.
We gotta find what he likes.
We gotta make a top 10. That's my top 10 list of things that Dean likes, and then we'll go from there.
And then it'll be the goal to make him not like it. God damn it.
He'll hate it the minute that I say, yeah, I think that'll be good. And then, no, I disagree. But,
I didn't like Avengers 2. It's too much like Avengers 1.
I know, I heard about that.
It was way too much like Avengers 1.
I respectfully I disagree, but it's
a villain, mind controlling, and an Avenger. Then at the end, they fight minions.
You have to have You have to have a villain in any movie. First of all, second of all, it was the idea that they even They even nodded at the idea of the whole mind control thing. It was instilling hallucinations, not mind control.
That's
two.
They were saying.
That's just, first of all, that's her power. Can we talk about first of all, that's her power?
It was also.
Hey, it's the same freaking movie.
It's her power.
True. Watch your phone.
I'm sorry.
I just text you.
I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
See you guys in a few weeks.
Bye, guys.
It was fun.
Or sir. Sorry.
A few weeks.
Hey, hold on.
Where you going?
I told you, bro. Talk to me later.
Okay.
Making marshmallows.
All right. I got a lot of people here. All right.
Okay. All right.
I got a pool, a huge pool. I got a lot of people out there. I got to get going.
All right.
Disney.